The old man, who was mourning in the cemetery, noticed something strange. He suddenly felt there was a shrill humming sound all around. And what he didn't know was, there is also an abnormality in the urban area at this time. All vehicles appear to be subject to electromagnetic interference, system failure. The birds in the sky, also in this strange situation, lost my way. The old man was directly in the midst of the louder and louder noise. Fainted, not for a while. The entire city is also under the influence of this force. Complete power failure. A few hours later, city power is finally restored, and the fainted Moller, he was also awakened by a mysterious knocking sound. Listen carefully to notice. The sound seemed to come from the tomb. Strange situation. It scared him, but it also made him look forward to it. In the end, Moller resolutely dug up the grave. Their family, tormented by painful experiences, Moller doesn't want to give up even the slightest hope. And as the mound above decreases, the knocking sound from the coffin is getting clearer and clearer. Seeing this, Moller immediately sped up excitedly. After a while, the coffin was completely dug out, and after opening it, the scene inside did not disappoint him. Moller quickly sneaks his awakened grandson home, but no matter how he screams, neither of them spoke. After careful observation, he found that, in addition to his grey face, the grandson, the eyeball is also very cloudy. Moller quickly gave the other party a few eye drops, and rinsed the grandson's body from head to toe. He thought this would restore it to its original state. Little do you know, he's not the only one who is experiencing the phenomenon of resurrection. Tora, who lives alone, senses, looks like someone broke into her house. She carefully followed the movement and walked towards the source of the students. Lucky to see, the deceased sister miraculously stood in front of herself, and this morning she just delivered the body to the funeral home. Strange situation. Let Tora dare not approach easily, but in the end she couldn't hold back. Tried to go up and touch it. Touch in the hand. Make sure she's not hallucinating. But the cold body of the other party, it also made her feel that something was wrong. On the other hand, Peter is not as lucky as the previous two. Electromagnetic interference a few hours ago. His wife died in a car accident. Sad him. Suddenly he heard moans coming from beside him. Wife, who has been pronounced dead, miraculously woke up. Peter saw this and rushed to call the doctor. After examination, the hospital found that the other party has lost all physical functions. They also can't explain why women can wake up. It is recommended that he be hospitalized for observation for a while and perform a deeper inspection. After going home, and he didn't know how to explain it to them, he can only tell the bizarre truth. Vent the depression in your heart. The other side, unbeknownst to Anna, she comes home from the night shift. Waiting Moller is tired and asleep. Anna didn't care about her and went to wash up. After turning on the bedroom light, she was taken aback by the scene on the bed, but she wasn't excited. He just calmly turns the lights off again, then came to the kitchen, wrapped plastic wrap around her own head. Anna thought she hallucinates herself with the thought of her son. Enough pain, he plans to kill himself directly. Gather with each other for a while. With breathing difficulties, he fell to the ground, and the sound of falling to the ground finally woke up the sleeping Moller. He quickly stepped forward to remove the plastic wrap and save his daughter. Random. Quickly inform the other party of the matter as it is, but Anna still couldn't believe it. There are such strange things in the world. She re-entered the room and tried to call out, but the other party didn't respond after hearing it. Disappointed, Anna's emotions completely collapsed, and at this moment, the son really slowly opened his eyes. Now she finally realized that her father wasn't lying, but the child's state is obviously not right. Confused, Anna proposes, take him to the hospital for a checkup first, but this move was strongly opposed by Moller. And as she thought about it, the police knocked on the door. They came about the loss of the boy's body. Seeing this, Moller again stopped Anna, who was about to open the door. He thought that if he told the truth, the grandson will definitely be taken away for research. Anna was directly persuaded by this reason, finally decided to hide the matter from the police. For authenticity, he also pretended to be unaware and went to the scene together. And Moller is not the only one who is smart. Tora is also aware of this and cannot disclose it to the official. Her sister had just died. Not many people know, but in order not to arouse suspicion, she still deliberately covered it up with makeup, watching the other party recover his original expression. Tora can't help but talk about the pain of missing. She didn't see her sister, who had been wooden since she came home. Now, there are tears streaming down the corners of my eyes, but her remaining sanity. It seems that this is the only way to go. At dinner, Tora wants to open the old lady's mouth and feed some food, but the other party subconsciously tore it up frantically. The fierce bite almost hurt Tora's finger. The strange situation made her dare not think about it anymore. But compared to the unlucky Peter, the above two are the luckier ones. The doctor not only did not tell his wife's condition, also for special reasons, directly denied his visit. Hospitals are on alert. No one is allowed in or out. And Moller, who realized that something was wrong, a house that had been rented on a remote island at this time, moved here overnight with a family. He plans to wait for his grandson to recover before returning to society. But over time, the boy's condition is getting worse. The other party seems to have lost the ability to chew. Let the nutrient solution hate it at all. This also led to further deterioration of bodily functions. The unpleasant stench of corpse began to emanate from his body. The other side, this also happened to the old lady. To mask the smell, Tora, who comes into contact every day, has to wear a raincoat, and there are fragrant flowers in the house. But even that doesn't stop the other person from getting worse. The old lady's body has begun to fester. He had no choice but to stand by his side silently, longing for miracles. Only the unsuspecting Peter, he was in the mood to buy a rabbit. This is a birthday present from our youngest son. He wanted to celebrate, to relieve the oppressive atmosphere at home recently. But the youngest son was only excited for a while. The mood is low again. He wanted to share this joy with his mother. And Peter is also very worried about his wife's condition. After hearing this, he decided to take his family to visit secretly. Soon, several people crept into the hospital through the window. This time Peter finally saw the wife he had been thinking about day and night. But for the arrival of the family, women always look dull. Peter thought it was the other party who had not recovered, didn't care, motioned for the children to come and talk. The youngest son hurriedly came forward and hugged the rabbit. This time the woman finally responded. His fingers began to twitch involuntarily. Peter saw this and quickly helped to hold each other's hands. The youngest son puts the rabbit into the woman's arms. The other party directly picked up the rabbit and looked up and down excitedly. But just when a few people felt that it would help them recover, the next second you see the rabbit start to struggle violently. Peter grabbed his wife's arm. Don't hold it too tightly. But the other party turned a deaf ear. Keep strangling. And here's what's even scarier. Peter found himself unable to break his wife's hand. Soon the rabbit's life was in the sight of everyone in horror, gradually dissipate. The few people who finally realized something was wrong quickly fled the place. After a long silence, the eldest daughter finally spoke. She felt that her mother's soul had vanished. The other party is just a shell with an empty mother's body. The other side, the worsening rate is increasing, and the boy's teeth are turning black. The stench kept the flies swirling around him. Anna could only watch, but there is no way. At this point, Moller decided to go downtown to buy more supplies, but he left by boat. He didn't see a staggering figure behind him. He was attracted by the sound of the sailing. Not for a while. Anna heard something outside the door. I went out to check but found nothing. But cautiously, he still decided to lock all the doors and windows. And the next second, Anna saw the terrifying figure. She was so frightened that she quickly closed the window. But the one with the grey face, the man with festering skin, still staggered over. Anna can only hold her son, dare not make any sound. At the same time, Tora's house is a mess. It's like you've just been through a violent fight. The old lady sat on the ground with empty eyes. It's like she's still chewing something in her mouth. And the bloody Tora on the ground. It is a silent eye to the process. After a long time on the other side, Moller finally made it back. When she saw the figure, she walked forward angrily, knowing for so long, make it clear that the other party is no longer the same. Moller grabbed a shovel and smashed it without saying a word. The next second, she was thrown to the ground and bitten. Apparently Moller underestimated the opponent's combat effectiveness. Anna, who saw her father fail to survive, run away with your son. The next second, unprepared, he felt a pain in his neck. The boy even bit him unconsciously. One bite, but the chasing figure behind. Let Anna ignore these panic. Escape this dangerous place by boat. But she didn't wait to row to the other side. He felt a little unwell. Looking at my son's broken body, Anna finally stopped deceiving herself. Then she woke up. She reluctantly sank her own love to the bottom of the lake. Then quietly feel the stiffness. The existence of the dying will lead to a bigger crisis soon, spread around the world.